Hello everyone, welcome to Existential Gamers Live. I am the Existential Gamer himself, and I'm joined today by the wonderful and beautiful Natalie. How's it going, Natalie?
Everything's going well. How about you?
It's going pretty good. We're just playing some more Chrono Trigger today. I have no idea what I'm doing here because I don't know what's the word? I'm like towards the end of the game, and there's like all this extra stuff to do, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. But yeah, how's life? How's everything going?
Oh, everything's going pretty well. Just busy as usual, but life keeps pushing.
Yeah. How is the I don't know if you want to talk about how it is to be a mother and everything. I feel like I haven't gotten that perspective on my show yet. Like.
Oh yeah, why not? I'm literally making a bath right now.
Yeah, you guys, she's awesome that she's joining me on the show, but she's always gonna keep busy, and I respect that, I wish I could do the same, but instead I choose to play video games.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing Skyward Sword while you're doing all this, but it's that time of the day where I have to do all this, so I figured maybe after everything's all settled in, it'll be calmer in like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long this show runs for, but
I usually do 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I am dying. Wow. Alright. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what I could really ask of this. What do you think is like one of the biggest troubles that you came across when you had your child?
Birth-wise or just in raising a kid?
Just raising, yeah.
Patience.
Just the patience.
Yeah, I know everyone says that, but I think it's really important that people understand that there is a lot of like people want to sit there and say that they're not ready if they easily get grumpy towards other people's kids or whatever. Like that's not important at all, in my opinion, because you are going to get impatient with your child. That's not a determining factor on whether or not you should have kids or not. But what keeps you level-headed is understanding where you were once at, and then also understanding where you want them to go, and that you don't want them to have any sort of mental damage or any emotional damage from you in the process of raising them. So you have to keep yourself level-headed. And I gotta say, yeah, my son tests me a lot. And that's not even just like him just doing something and not being aware. Like he genuinely, one of the things that really bothered me today, I'll just say it, I was putting him down for a nap, and I go into the room to tell him to keep it down because he decided to start throwing things against the door. And he jumps back in bed, puts the blanket over his face, and he laughs. And I'm just like, you're wrong. You're wrong because you ran back to the bed. You're wrong because you covered your face. So why are you doing this? And he just continues to laugh, and I'm just like, that's like one of those moments where you have to be like really patient, because you have to understand, like, he is just playing around, but he's seriously testing you because he wants to see what are you going to do about that.
Yeah, he wants to see where the line's drawn.
Exactly.
That's what kids do as they keep growing.
Yeah, being two, though, it's becoming a daily occurrence. It's starting to get a little easier. I'm gonna be honest, it's getting easier. But I'm not gonna lie, it does get under my skin a little bit sometimes, because I have to, get out of the mindset of that he's trying to hurt me. It's not like that. It's more of a, he's just experiencing life, and it's my job to guide him, not to teach him a vicious lesson about my authority as much as it is to guide him.
Yeah, that's really good. So
but
people out there, remember, your kid isn't out to get you. They're just trying to see if you're strong enough to handle them.
Pretty much. Yeah. It is about, what's it called? Prehistoric, like, basics as well. I mean, like, that is just what kids are gonna do. And where we are already raised, we're taught to be a certain way, So when you're watching them do offhanded things and it catches you off guard, of course it's gonna do that because you were already taught to not do that. But eventually, you have to understand that, yeah, someone has to teach them. So that's why I'm here.
That's good.
Excuse me.
You are excused. Just kidding. So yesterday I had a good friend of mine, Jose. He's a graphic designer. I know we were talking about this earlier, but I was like, I'm gonna save this for for when we actually start the conversation. And we were talking about biofabrication, and you were actually asking me like, what is biofabrication? So I'm gonna do my best to explain it because he was the one that was more like looking into it than I was. But biofabrication is pretty much using like biodegradable stuff or like proteins, like all types of stuff like chitin. I'm trying to think what the other thing was. Just like a lot of stuff that's made from like animal parts and stuff like that, and then turning it into products like what's the word? Like packaging and things like that, or building construction stuff. So like,
okay, because I'm sitting here thinking that you guys are talking about like taking animal bones and making like a car out of it. Like, what are you talking about? That's so sick. Sorry.
I would be surprised if they were doing that. But
Honestly.
it's like taking, like being able, like, you know how we print meat now, right? Like you can actually print meat.
No.
You didn't know you could do that?
No.
Like,
that sounds gross.
Well, I mean, it's just that we're taking the DNA of like what makes meat, right? And then we put it into a machine. The machine creates it and starts printing it. And
But is it artificial or is it like technically considered genuine because it's a copy?
Well,
of something
I mean, I guess you could say it's artificial. Well, it is technically genuine because it's using the same DNA. It's just it doesn't have the experience that normal meat would have. Like the stress and the environmental factors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that'd be the difference.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, but doesn't that mean it's not going to be as tender and as delicious? Sorry if I'm being sick there, but
no, pretty much that is true. It won't be as tender. But it's like a start, and they're gonna keep working on it till they can get that quality. But they're pretty much doing things like that. They'll take like like what is it, casein, so like milk protein. You know how they used it for like what do they call it? For like milk proteins they use for like bodybuilders and stuff like that, or people that want to build muscle, they drink protein shakes and stuff like that. Like taking things like that and using that to make like structures and stuff like that. They can like they even Jose mentioned yesterday that they were thinking of starting to use mycelium, which is like the stuff that runs through the ground that connects the mushrooms together and also feeds other plants nutrients and stuff, using that to build concrete. And so that like you have this concrete that's living and can fix itself.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, what if like you need to like destroy it or tear it apart? Isn't that going to be problematic because it's going to just keep regrowing?
No, but it's always there. I mean, there's like mushrooms everywhere, right? They grow everywhere. It's always there.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
No, I'm just saying it'd be like if you were like let's say like you were to build like this entire like street. How do you know like you uprooted everything? Is what I'm saying. Like that. I don't know.
You probably wouldn't uproot everything. It'd probably grow back, but like it wouldn't be enough to like destroy whatever you're trying to do and stuff like that. I mean, the whole point of it is to build a street, right? You're building a whole street, and if you're gonna take the street out, I mean, what are you gonna replace it with? A building? Like you put that building on top. It's not like the mushrooms are gonna destroy the building or anything. But I mean, just from my understanding, I don't know. Like I said, they haven't done it yet. It's just theories and ideas.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm just for some reason my curious cat is like poking holes into it for some reason because I'm just like, okay, well that's not a bad idea, but like if it's gonna be unstoppable and consume the earth at some point.
The mushrooms, they're coming.
They're coming.
Good thing I ate my fair share of mushrooms today.
Oh god, they're so sick.
You don't like mushrooms?
No.
Oh,
No, that means I'm gonna die, don't worry about it. I've made my peace. I'm meant to be consumed by our overlord.
good for you.
And then they're gonna make copies of my meat and send it off to people.
God damn it.
Full circle.
Oh my lord.
Hey, the mushrooms gotta eat too.
Hey, they do, but they got other stuff they can eat. Well, I mean, yeah, once you die, they can eat you. That's true.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
So again, like I don't know if you want to see the game.
Yeah, let me peek my head in. And the only thing is that Discord confuses the holy heck out of me, so I'm trying to figure out how to get anywhere in here without leaving the.
Oh no, it's all good.
Where do you want me to go to the screen? Where's the screen at? I don't understand, Johnny.
Johnny, I don't understand what this is. What is this?
Oh my god, just use the volume button. What's that? Is that the button on the side that hits Bixby? No, that's Siri. I don't understand. I'm so old and confused.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I feel right now. I just feel like I'm old and in the way. Let me see here. If I push the Discord button again, like the link, will it bring me into there? Or no?
Yeah, there should be a thing that says view screen or something? View stream?
Wait a minute, if I just tap return to call. Nope. I guess I'm an idiot. Let's see here. Video. Ongoing call. Click. There we go. Watch stream.
There you go.
Let me in.
Should be able to see it.
Hey. Janice.
Can you hear it too or no?
Nay.
Okay. So, you know, let me just. I got an idea, y'all. A second. Boom, 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 boom. You can actually just see the stream. There you go. You can see me there too. This is pretty much what's going on.
The stream has ended. Cricket noise.
I turned on the camera, that's why.
Let me get out of here.
This girl makes me feel so awkward. Oh, I forgot she's not a girl. She's... Yes, that. So we gotta fight her again, huh? Oh my god. She just said she's gonna spank us. Okay. Did we lose then? You still there? I think we lost her. I would beat her really easily. So pretty much right now, y'all, we're gonna just be doing all the side quests and stuff. And then tomorrow... Oh. I was not expecting that. That's hilarious. Ozzy's in the pickle. Yeah, let me try this really quick, y'all. Try to see if we can get her back in here. Are you good now?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, hello, I can see everything.
Alright, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Hello,
it's like a
see you
version. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, with the screen. Okay, yeah, now I can see everything. Perfect.
I'm playing a little old school RPG game.
It's adorable.
It's also drawn by Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, no way. I was gonna say, Akira Toriyama. That does look a little like Frieza right there. I'm not gonna lie. Similar art style. Yeah, like I said, I'm apparently Discord challenged. As soon as I clicked the link, it kicked me out.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, you know?
Oh yeah, this
How-
doesn't make any sense, but I'm trying.
It's gonna be another foreign language in the beginning, but you'll get it. Wow, we're just powering through these guys. So what's your how do you feel about learning new things? Like, what is your approach to it usually?
Depends on what it is. Like, do you have anything in mind in particular?
Let's just say like something that you enjoy doing. Like,
Okay.
Like, okay, you said if you don't mind me talking about it, but that you started doing why am I forgetting the name?
Ninjutsu?
There you go. There.
Yeah. So let me think here. I like have to rewind my brain back to January when I joined. You know, I come in and I always try to make sure that I humble myself before I start anything, because you know you can't learn anything if you don't keep your mind open. And they basically had me evaluated, and I just did my best to follow instructions. But one of the things that they realized about me that's different from their other students is I can't do certain things unless I have them their back facing to me and I follow the motion with them, like, or if I stand beside them and do it with them, because I'm very I'm more of a, I guess I learn as I do type thing, or like, you know what I mean? Like I can't exactly do things unless I'm doing it alongside with them. I mean, I can try, but chances are I'm gonna miss a step, or I'm gonna lose a step, or I'm gonna overthink something. So I will go in and try to keep an open mind typically every time I go in there, and then they show me something new and I do my best to follow along with them and do the steps as slowly as possible at first, and then try to give it my all at full speed immediately after, whether that be with just ninjutsu or like, I don't know, drawing or something. It doesn't really matter. Like I try to just maintain a sense of, okay, you don't know this, be cautious. I guess that's how I go about everything. Yeah. Now I think about it, I'm very cautious about life. Because I don't know what to expect, what's going to come my way, what's gonna happen. And the last thing I want to happen is for me to make a mistake, or for me to have to learn a hard lesson that's gonna be difficult to come out of on the other end. Yeah, I'm coming, son. Give me a second.
Oh, Wes.
I know. I'm a butler.
I'm just getting my butt kicked on this.
Hey.
But hey, that's what, you know, being mom feels like sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah. Straight up. Like, I used to be best friends with him, and now he's best friends with Zach. And so now I'm just the butler.
Oh my goodness. I try to make sure my mom doesn't feel like that, but...
I'm sure he does. She doesn't. He doesn't. Alright, hands. 1, 2. Good job. Put all your toys away, please. All of them. Come on.
This is not good. It's way too fast.
Good job.
Might be in the pickle.
Oh no. I'm watching while he's putting the toys away. Alright, is that everything? You're good to go? Alright, let me just put this away and put you in a towel and we can get going. Sorry, everybody that's watching. I feel like I'm boring everybody.
No, you're good. No!
Close the curtain.
My dude!
Oh, no. Good job.
Okay, keep going
Here, hold this.
You said hold this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I misheard at first. I was like, wait, what did she say?
How did you think I said?
I thought you said you're hopeless. I was like, what?
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say that. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's funny.
Not like I know the mechanics of that game anyway.
No,
No.
I thought you were saying that to your son. That's why I was just like, what the? I was like, no, she did not say that.
No, I would never. Oh no, my little biscuit. No, no. That makes the part where I said, I mean, yeah, even worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry when you said that. I was like, oh, okay.
Dang, no. All that deep talk of, yes, you have to be so sweet with your kids. Fuck you. Sit your ass down. Yes, you have to be very calm and patient with them.
Oh
This is a way of life. You're fucking hopeless. What's wrong with you? Why did I even have you? No, I'd never. No, I was asking him to hold the lotion because my arms were full. He's super heavy and tall for his age, so I can't carry all this stuff. I went to Disney World recently, and they have like a requirement that if the kid is over 3 years old, they can't come in for free. You have to pay for them. And Lex is 2.5, and as we're walking in to every park, I was asked, "How old is he?" And I'd say 2.5, and they'd look at me like, "Yeah, okay, sure." Because he looks like he's 4. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor the other day, and they were like, "Oh, how old is he? 4?" I'm like, "No, 2.5."
That's the interesting
really tall.
thing. That is a very interesting thing that chronological age doesn't necessarily matter too much. You know, like everyone's bodies are gonna be growing at different rates.
Oh yeah. We already know that he's going to be taller than both me and Zach, because Zach's 5'9", I'm 5'8", and both of our dads are 6'4", I believe, somewhere around there. So, if our son's already half our size and he's 2.5, we can only imagine how big he's going to be. I'm already thinking about when he's 16, he's going to be like a freaking football player, knocking down our doors and eating all of our food and chewing on a cow. I know. Hey, Mom. I said I wanted 5 burgers, not 4. You're on a diet, sweetie. Oh my god. So unfair.
Oh my god. They keep telling me at home not to eat so much too, but I'm like, I'm hungry.
Honestly though, I ate so bad.
I gotta Gaston this bitch. Gotta eat like 5 eggs. Alright, I gotta not die this time. Alright.
Have you ever watched the parody of the Beauty and the Beast song? The first song that Belle sings in the whole movie? There's like this one where they're where they're like doing all this song, like the whole number, instead of like when they're going bonjour, they're just like, what's good? What's good? Get out the street!
Shoot, did my sound go out? I can't hear
Probably. Hello?
What just happened?
I don't know.
A second. No idea why my sound just went out. Let me turn this off, turn it back on.
What?
Nothing. What the heck just happened? I'm sorry, Natalie. Issues today. Let me... Why is this not working? Switch the...
Okay, come here.
Switch it back.
Well, Michael figures everything out on his own.
I'm sorry. I can't hear
It's okay.
You. I don't know what...
It's okay, we're just talking a bunch of nonsense about you.
Oh, you're kidding me right now.
Alright, everybody, I'm in charge of the show now.
Alright, meanwhile, Natalie is gonna do her, performance, musical performance.
Oh no.
Halftime show. No, I'm just kidding. I don't...
Why is everyone asking me to do this? I'm not prepared.
Even the sound of my game turned off. Son of a... There we go. I think I can hear everything now. Hello?
All right, everybody, verse 2. Sing along with me.
Sing along with me. Oh my gosh.
I'm totally kidding. It was just so funny because, like, right when I said, all right, I guess Michael's gone, so I'll be taking over the show, and then you're like, Natalie's gonna be doing the music styling. Like, oh my god. The order of that was just so perfect.
Oh, that's amazing.
I was like, oh my god, Michael, how could you do this to me? I'm not prepared.
Oh my god. Oh, and I didn't heal. I'm so.
Did you finish your cup? Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, it's time for bed now.
I did finish.
Yes. Did you finish all your chocolate milk, Michael?
I don't like chocolate milk.
Well, you're gonna get chocolate milk because your sister drank all the strawberry.
Oh, wait,
Everyone knows strawberry is superior anyway.
Oh wait. No, one of them's fire though. I'm silly.
Oh god. Hello. Okay, I would read you a story tonight, child, but I am on a stream, so... I don't think anyone wants me to read Goodnight Moon to them.
Hey, it's part of the part of the deal.
Part of the deal. You want to be a star, don't you?
Oh my gosh, these people won't let me do nothing.
I don't think...
I just want to play the game, Mom! Oh, they killed him. Great. Oh, wait, they didn't kill him. Ow! They killed him.
Damn.
Oh, good job! Good job, Bert! You healed yourself. Just kill me, please. I don't want to live on this earth anymore. I'm just gonna sit here. I don't think I'm ready for this fight. I gotta get out of here! And they're healing me. Oh my god, you know what?
I gotta get out of here.
I'm just gonna punch somebody. Go move, motherfucker.
Zach's watching your stream now.
Oh, really?
Oh, that Michael.
Yeah, that Michael.
Hey, what up?
He said, "Hey, what up?"
How you been, sir?
Oh, he's making egg rolls. He hardly heard me.
Hell yeah, egg rolls.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
In the case
Yeah,
that I
he's-
can't think of anything to talk about because I'm like so trying to think about what I'm doing here, and then I can't think of what to say, and I died. I have these books. I bought like a bunch of books that kind of like are just full of random questions, and so
Oh, those will be fun. I love doing that. Alexander, you don't need an egg. I promise you don't.
okay, that one's a little deep. I'm not gonna go there.
I like deep. How bad is it?
It's about depression. That's why I
Oh.
just opened it up. It's like, yeah, depression. I'm
You know-
like, oh, you know what? I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm like, unless you want to feel like you want to slit your wrist later, you probably shouldn't ask me any questions about that because I get really emo real fast.
I don't. Yeah, I think a lot of us do. You know, especially if you come from the Art Institute. But anyways,
Oh, so true. You're not even a joke, honestly.
Alright, here I got an interesting one. What 3 wishes do you have for your genie in a bottle?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you really think about that.
Can we go back to depression? So kidding. Hold on.
What up, Akba? I see I see you down there. What's going on?
Man,
yeah.
I wish I could see the chat. I was curious what's going on in there.
Oh.
Let's see here. Oh,
I
shoot.
don't got anybody in the chat right now.
Oh. Well, hello. So let's see here. If I had 3 wishes,
I'm in the middle of the ocean.
probably the first one would just be to man, it's so hard. Okay, first of all, first wish, more genies. Duh.
Hey, Aqua, don't be putting those push-ups. I told you already. I gotta get rid of that. I gotta ban that from the stream. No more push-ups. I'm tired of it.
What? What about push-ups?
People are always using their points to make me do push-ups on stream, and I said,
oh my god, you gotta.
oh. Can't do it anymore.
So, obviously, I'd probably use my first 2 wishes selfishly, and then third one would be more genies, so then I can give some of them away and then still keep making more wishes.
Yeah.
So, I'd probably wish for obviously wealth and to live out one of my dreams of, like, I don't know, performing, and then something to do with art, so I can do both of those things. But I'm technically already doing one of those things right now, but I guess I'm more so wishing for success.
Look,
That'd probably be it.
Genies don't work off aspirations and dreams, alright? They work off specific sentences, syntax, and specific
oh my bad,
goals,
if I'm not careful,
okay?
then the monkey paw will get me.
You're gonna be like, oh, I'd wish for wealth, and they'd be like, here's a penny.
Oh my god, you're so right. I specifically wish for $1 more than the richest person ever.
God damn.
And then they give me $1. Oh
You
man,
didn't
I'd
say
be
what
so
kind of
mad.
riches. Some people are rich in knowledge.
Oh, I would straight up murder that shit.
When are we
I
gonna
feel like
play...
you're gonna give me a proper wish now.
I feel
What were you
legit.
saying?
Oh no, somebody, Akba in the chat said, when are we gonna play Phasmophobia? I don't know, man, when, what the heck did I just get?
When it's not scary anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
that's
like the
so
curse
annoying.
of Blackwater.
Oh, jeez. I was trying to find that game again, because I paid for it, and, like, it's not
That
available
game was
anymore.
nuts.
I was sad.
Nothing was funnier than watching you play that game and screaming in the lab.
Oh, that's
Oh my
great.
god.
Good times. I'm lost. I don't know where to go, y'all. Time is hard.
What other questions you got?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Random question. Do you think the
I didn't even
warning
ask you your
on-
3 wishes, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I should. Okay, the one I was gonna read was dumb, anyways, because I was reading it and it wasn't that good, actually. And you too, Akba. What 3 wishes would you have? And I swear to God, if you say, "Make me do more push-ups,"
Please say that. It'll make me laugh harder.
see, my 3 wishes would be. You see, I looked at Genie in the eye. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, follow me. Alright, I'll look him right in the eye.
Mhm.
Or her. I don't know. There's like a gender difference. But anyways, that's not important. I'll look them right in the eye. And I'll be able to look here. I don't need these wishes, alright? This defeats the
I
purpose
just
of
need
being
you.
human. I just need you. You give these wishes to yourself here. You do whatever you want. Think of me as your master, okay? I mean, as you're my and you know what? This has gotten weird. I'm just gonna walk out of this room now.
I'm just imagining that Genie just kind of looking left and looking right. He's just like, oh wait, I have a lamp, and he just goes right back to the lamp. Like, I'm out.
Alright, see, Akba says 1, unlimited points for the stream. You son of a bitch. Number 2, transform every leaf that I touch into $5 every time. Alright, you're getting a little humble here. Just like, you know, I don't want to overdo it and make it, you know, $100 bills, but $5 bills is
What,
fine.
$5? What even is a $5 bill anymore, man? I don't even remember the last time I've seen one.
I don't even see cash anymore. What is cash?
Zach, you're so sassy.
What did he say?
He said, I said, how much? I said, what even is a $5 bill anymore? He said it's about $3.45. He's like, you know, inflation.
Nice.
Got him laughing. God damn it, Zach.
But yeah, I kind of gypped out of my wishes. If I...
What was that?
Oh, I was saying I didn't really actually answer what wishes I would do though. Man, what would I pick? What would I pick? I don't know. It's kind of. I guess like money as well would be something. I mean, we all need money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'd actually wish for the ability to stop time, so I could stop and read a lot of books. Because I feel like at first I was like, oh, I'd wish for like knowledge and everything, but I was like, but the fun of learning about learning about stuff is the like for me the
knowing
process.
you did it.
Yeah, knowing that I did it and sat down and did it, and so I'd probably wish for the ability to
I
stop
agree.
time, so I could like just sit there and read books and take a break every now and then, and then of course make it so that anytime I stop time, I stop aging as well, and stop having to need to eat and stuff like everything stops. All that like stuff stops, and I but I would have to be very specific. So I'd have to like sit down and write down like how is this gonna work? Because that'd be like a long request. Like I want the ability to stop time, but I don't want to age, and I don't want to have to eat, but I don't want my vital organs to stop either. So like
That's
I'd
a
have
good
to be all
point.
specific.
That would happen.
Like
Yeah, you know that genie. You gotta be very, very specific about everything, otherwise.
I just hand them a paper like with
Dead.
everything written down, but like, all right, this is one wish, but like here are all the guidelines. Make sure you don't fuck anything up.
He just looks down at you, all upset about you being condescending. So he's just like,
I read up on you genies. I know all about your tricks. And he ends up like
first of all,
screwing me
that's
over
racist.
anyways. I know,
oh
right?
yeah, absolutely. That's what they do. I don't think I've ever seen anything where a genie is not a jerk. I think that they're typically known for being jerks. No, I mean,
I wish
good
I would.
point.
You know what my first wish would be?
Huh.
I wish for the genie to understand colloquial speech and respect
That's
it.
a good one.
And
That's
respect
a good
it.
wish. Wish number 2, more genie. But then every single time you have to make that same first wish. I wish that you can understand colloquially. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
God.
done. Oh,
God.
that's good. Man, I don't think anyone's ever thought of that.
This is the genius has grant wishes. Wow, he just given random genius that don't grant wishes.
That's.
You didn't rub the lamp, you didn't let them out. All you did was genius.
I'm pretty sure that's what genies do. Oh my gosh.
Alright,
Now
so-
Jack's making me think really. He says that genies don't necessarily grant wishes.
Oh, you're just wishing for genius. You're not wishing for genius to grant your wishes.
Dang it.
Damn.
Colloquially, it's
That's
the word I
true.
can never say. Gosh darn it.
Should
I
we-
can't say that word. It's really hard. The one that Michael said.
What's up?
That word that you said I can't say, the
Oh,
first wish that we were laughing about. Yeah, I can't say
Colloquial?
that word. Yeah, yeah, that's not possible.
That's just...
At least I know what it means. That's enough for me.
I'm trying to figure
Enough
out
for me to
this
laugh at a joke.
side quest, but I don't know what exactly I need to do here. I just want to progress in this game, but I can't. So, Aqua said his third wish would be have the ability to plant trees with a lot of the leaves. Anytime you want. Oh, okay. So you can take the leaf and then choose not to turn it into $5 bills and then plant them into a tree. Interesting. Break the law.
This
the
is getting a
laws
little
of,
more deep than I thought it was
biology.
gonna get. Wait
So
a minute,
you-
is this the same guy from last night? I'm just wondering because if he's talking a lot about the way he's viewing things sounds similar to the guy that you're talking about last night.
Oh no, that's not the same guy.
Ah,
We gotta pour one out for our homies really quick, y'all.
Oh my
while,
God.
While we do that, what do you think of? Oh, this is a good one. I actually thought about this. But in general, like general stuff. What do you think about limiting the amount of money individual citizens can contribute to political parties?
what do we think about it? Like, in what sense?
Like, like somebody just Like, say a rich person just gives a buttload of money to a political party to push their thing. Like, should it be should it be a limit to that?
I'm conflicted. Like, part of me is like, it's America, do what you want, but the other part of me is also like, it's America, and people should have the opportunity to, you know, have their voice, not their money, speak for them. That's I'm just kind of stuck there, because you know, the beauty of America is that you have any opportunity to do whatever you want, as long as it's not hurting other people. But the
only I want to also say, I feel like there should be a limit on how much money you can make in general too. Because I feel like that's one big problem, is that there are people out there that there is no limit to making money, so they're gonna keep making money, right? But what if you had a limit, like you hit a limit, you're like, okay, I've reached that goal, I've made, you know, the limit of money you can make at a certain time, you know, in a year, whatever, you know, and then after that, like whatever money, excess money you make, whatever, goes to the country and stuff like that, it helps fund the country. I think that would be great, you know, and of course it wouldn't be a small limit, you know, it's not gonna be like no communism, whatever, where it starts.
No, I was gonna say that's communism. That's your steps.
I would say it would be more of like, you know, it's a high limit, because you have these people who are making like trillions, or not trillions, but you know, millions and millions of dollars, right? And I just feel like it should be more like that, you know.
999 rupees. That's enough for them.
yeah, just have that 9999. All right, you hit the limit. No, but
yeah, I mean, like, well, see, my thing is with that is that when you give more like options like that to the government, they tend to
abuse it.
They tend to, yeah, and they're going to do things that they're not supposed to do with that. So they'll say that they're working on the roads, but what they're really doing is giving themselves the money, keeping it for their families, or giving it to other people.
See,
you know, and they never seem to do what they're supposed to do with the money.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's like a never-ending cycle, right? Like, we either sit here and just accept the fact that things don't work, or we keep trying to try new things and see what does work eventually.
Yeah, you absolutely can try new things. It's just that one thing that we do know is that people are greedy and selfish, and so we have to have more checks and balances, in my opinion, of how to do that, because it seems as though, especially right now, there's a lot of chaotic stuff going on that doesn't seem to be getting kept in check. It seems as though a lot of people have too much of a say in what should be going on and what should be done, as far as everything in our country right now. It feels like the last couple of years have been a little bit scary, mostly this year and last year, but you know, it's just kind of, I don't know, I feel like that is not a bad idea. I think it's a pretty good idea, but everything is a good idea in theory until someone greedy knows how to work it to their advantage, you know?
Yeah, abuse it.
But I think that's not a bad idea, though. I feel like one of the things that Zach and I have been discussing for a while is that people should be required to take a history exam before they are allowed to vote, because a lot of people, and a civics exam.
Yeah, that's
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
about like each politician's positions. So like each party would have some kind of representative that would draw up test questions, right? So like, let's say, I don't know, Biden has someone and he's like, okay, what does Biden believe about gun rights? And then it has like multiple choice or some shit, right? And then it would be checked by the opposite party's representative. They would check each other's, and if there's something false and something like that, you know, they have to make sure that they agree on the questions and the answers, and they would have to be able to cite like an original source, not like New York Times or some shit, like a video of Biden saying something blah 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 gun rights. So it's like, yes, he said this right here, so it has to be completely verifiable. Not
yeah. It feels like a lot of people, because like you know, our whole thing is that, you know, everyone in this country should have the right to vote as long as they're of age. But even when I turned 18, when I was 18, my mom told me that I had to go vote, and I said, I don't know who's running, and I don't know their stances. She said, I don't care about that. It's about your race, and it's about the fact that people before you that were also Black did not have the opportunities to do so, and so you have to take advantage of that. And I was very much in this mindset of that is not okay, because I could potentially be placing a vote in a direction that I don't agree with, just for the simple fact that my mother wanted me to do something in favor of black people, and that's not fair to the country as well as myself. That's just my opinion about that. I feel like I should have been a little bit more educated about how politics work in general, who's running, what their stances are, and history in general as well, because a lot of people do not know what's going on. Apparently, we were watching a video the other day and someone asked them when was the country started, and they said, what was it, 1986? Something like that. And I was like, really? And then like 1986. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of concerning. Someone had also said that that Hitler is not is like way less worse than Trump. And then they're like, really? Hitler killed like 6 million people, and they were like, Hitler did that? I was just like, wait a minute. So like, I don't know, that just kind of concerns me, because it's just like, how can people have they feel so entitled or have the right to go out and like make decisions like that for the country, and then have the feelings to argue with people on Instagram or Facebook when they don't even know what people stand for or what their stance really is.
There's something I talked to Jose about yesterday too. It's, we often ask that, right? Like, how do people do this? Why do people do this? And it's a lot of people lack theory of mind, and so in a sense, they're the literal definition of the word an idiot, right? Idio means alone in their own little world, in a sense. That's what the idio part
really
means. Yeah. So they're stuck in their own little world. They only see from their perspective. And so the thing is too, is that we do have people that are pretty intelligent too, but they're also in a sense idiots, because a lot of them don't like to see outside their own perspective as well. They have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of information, but they also don't see outside their perspective. And so it's a matter of just like more and more people hopefully someday can start, not just empathizing,
asking questions,
because that too, asking questions is very important. But because like, I feel like we are often obsessed with empathy as well. It's like, oh, don't they care about other people? It's like, it's not about caring, it's just about understanding. You can understand and not care, but the understanding part is the important part, because at least you can be like aware of what's going on and stuff like that. There are things that I understand, I don't care about them, but I understand, and so that it makes it so that I'm not emotionally manipulated by these like things and stuff like that. Like, it's just like every day I see my dad like watching stuff on Trump and everything, and he's often like frustrated with it, and I'm just like why do you let that get to you? Like, he's like, well,
right,
you see all the stuff that's going on. I'm like, yeah, I do, I understand it, but I don't care for it, because there's not much I can really do about it. They're doing their thing right now. I ain't gonna go freaking fly to Washington right now and be like, yeah, I need to stop this. Like, are you gonna do that?
Yes.
Like, are you gonna do that?
No, you're just sitting there in front of the TV upset, doing nothing. Like, you're just sitting there, literally just like thinking to yourself, God, this is frustrating.
Yeah.
And like, you don't change the channel. It's like, why do that to yourself when you could just be doing so many other productive things, or things that could actually be productive towards the country?
Like, just go read. Go read something. Honestly. Like, honestly, that'll help even more.
Right, or even like we were just saying, just getting educated on what other people that are coming up, or the policies and stuff like that, and that way you can put your vote in the right direction, or just being more knowledgeable.
And my dad does do that. It's just for me.
Hey, Zach, the girls are getting out of control. Oh, we'll come back inside. The emotion, yeah, I think the important thing is that people always forget is that emotions are just there so that you can get a good sense of what's a problem, what's going on with you, like what's going on with other people, what to be concerned about, like what to feel. But people use that now as a fact. The emotions are not facts. They are just a guideline to let you know, hey, you should be aware. And even then, it's not definite. So like, my friend, she always talks about how she has a good gauge on who people are, because when she first meets them, she'll be suspicious of like their characters and stuff like that. And I'm like, just because you're suspicious or you have a feeling about them doesn't mean you're always right. Like, she always told me that when she met me, she thought I was just this crybaby all the time. And then she found out that I was going through a lot of stuff at home. And she said, okay, I was wrong that one time. But like other people, I just know. I'm like, okay. Like, did you ever take time to get to know them? Like, emotions are, you have to actually analyze the facts around people. That's why I think it's important, like we said at the beginning, that people should take the time to not hold themselves like to, or basically not go into like, what were we talking about at the beginning where we were saying that people, you shouldn't be so quick to say harsh things to people or to like, think a certain way about people. It's true.
And like I was saying, like people, a lot of what goes on a lot on the news and stuff like that, not everything of course, but a lot of it, like you were saying, is emotion. And it's also, people want empathy. People want everyone to be more empathetic towards each other. But honestly, like I said, it's not about empathy, it's about understanding, and there's a big difference. Because empathy comes from a different chemical than understanding does. Understanding is just, your brain, logically putting together like, oh, okay, that makes sense, this works this way, this works that way. While empathy comes more from the neurotransmitter, was like oxytocin and vasopressin, which give you more feeling of trust and a connection towards with somebody. But the thing is, there's actually a negative side to oxytocin, vasopressin, is it causes you more to be more tribalistic. So what you do is that you're more loving towards people who share the same thought processes as you, or in the same family, same group, but you're more hostile towards people who don't share that. And so that's why it's not really good to just have pure empathy, because that's why they've even seen in like animals and stuff, when mothers have their children, they have more oxytocin and vasopressin flowing through their body, and so they're more loving towards their kids. Like their body's literally forcing them to be more loving to their kids, but it causes them to be super aggressive towards strangers or outside things that are coming in that could possibly harm their children and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, so, that makes sense.
Yeah, so and that's why I'm saying it's not empathy, it's understanding is what we need. Right. And it sucks because we have this common message like, oh, all we need is love,
Oh my god.
And it's like, okay, first of all, what is your terminology of love? We talked about this yesterday too on my stream. We're saying how everyone's terminology is different. We're using the same vocabulary, but our terminology is different. It's just like if I call you my friend, and you call me your friend, we have probably two different terminologies for what a friend is. And that often happens a lot where, we, friendships get destroyed and ruined and stuff because two people have completely different expectations of what a friend should be doing for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so it's the same thing for love. Everyone uses the word love, but there's just so many times it's used in different terminologies. And it's funny because it kind of goes back to the whole genie thing, understanding colloquial language, if I was to use a specific word, how is he gonna interpret that, right? How is the genie gonna interpret the word I just used?
Right.
And so it's the same thing.
It's true.
So when people are putting that out there, all we need is love, all we need is love. It's like, okay, what is love to you though?
It's very true. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people define it so differently. It's like you're sitting there and you're thinking it's so simple, but then you notice that as soon as you talk to somebody about their definition of it, it's like a whole other course, and you're like, I don't understand. How could that possibly be loving? How could you think that? The 5 love languages and all that other stuff, how people discuss, well, if they're buying stuff for you, it's like that's not love. But to them it is, because that's all their parents would ever do for them or something like that. I guess that would make sense. But I'm just kind of
oh, go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say.
Oh, I'm just saying that it just doesn't who am I to judge something like that if that's how they value, I guess, their relationship. I mean, I don't know. That's just me.
No, it's totally understandable. I've read that book, the 5 Love Languages. I thought it was very interesting because for me, I would say if I was to pick one of those 5, it would be quality conversation. Just like right now, I just enjoy talking to people. I enjoy having these conversations and having more understanding, for other people. But at the end of the day, honestly, I feel like you need all 5 of those. I think everyone needs all 5 of those. It's just, what they're trying to say is that sometimes one of them stands out.
Believe in man's Christianity. I believe that you're supposed to be Christ-like, and I don't believe I'm supposed to follow, another person who exists on this earth to, their idea of what heaven is, their idea of what is good and what's bad. I don't want to follow that. And so it's kind of confusing because, I even, I was going to say I went on vacation with someone, and I was like, going to say like you don't know them. I went on vacation with Kyle and his girlfriend, and he was asking me about the afterlife a couple weeks ago. And I said, that's an intense, like, it's kind of a hard question to answer. And he said, what? You're Christian, you know where you think you go. And I was just like, well, I mean, I can't tell you where I'm absolutely going to go, what's going to happen, but I can tell you what I believe. There's a whole different thing about that. And I think he feels as though my faith is shaken or wavered, but it's not. In fact, it's actually a lot stronger because I have, I'm not holding on to these frivolous, like, ideas that, like I said, like, man is created for what. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain that, but that's a little, it's intense. It's a deeper conversation outside of myself that I can't even, I don't know, I'm still figuring it out. Go home.
I would say, like, for me, I always see religion in general as a template, right? It's like opening a new file in Microsoft Word when you're born, and they're just like, all right, where do you want to start?
Well, first there's a god. No, there's gods. No, there's goddesses. There we go.
Oh no, it's like it's more of like whatever religion you grew up with is like somebody selected a template on Microsoft Word and says, here you go, start with this is what you're going to be doing. And then it's up to you to kind of be like, all right, well, I want to start editing stuff because,
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? I want to, figure out my own, I want to eventually become my own thing, my own person. I don't want to be another copy and paste document from something else. And I see that in a sense, but with morals, because there's a lot of morals that I think that I got from, Catholicism and stuff like that, Christianity. But some things I didn't agree with, and so that's why I say, like, it's like a template. Like at first I was like, okay, this is a nice start, but I kind of like this religion over here, how they believe in this kind of stuff. But then also like this, but then I like this information. Oh, this thought process is pretty cool. So I'm like putting it all together and be like, okay, I don't like this though. And putting it together and be like, all right, this really fits with who I think I want to be and what I want to go with. And so you kind of, create your own little thing that helps you live your best life in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is pretty clean as to how people typically do that. I don't know about myself. I mean, I feel like, to be fair, there was a template that my family laid out for me, and I just went my own path, but it's kind of complicated because they themselves are lost from what I can see. My dad only knows as much as his parents, Bible thump towards him, basically. They're very heavy Bible thumpers because they were very much like, if you don't do this, then you should fear God type of thing. So even like simple things, you try to just live your life and my dad would come around the corner and be like, oh, that's blasphemous. You're just like, I'm just living my life. I'm existing. I don't understand what I did was wrong. And then like, it constantly made me live in fear of if I breathe, I'm sinning.
Yeah.
And that's not okay for me. I'm not okay with that. So then, I think that it's good to be mindful of what you're doing and trying to reach a higher understanding on how to have discipline and how to, deal with life, but not, also understand that you're not perfect and understand that other people aren't going to believe and understand what you do. And so you have to have an open mind and open heart for those people as well. And, try to lead by example if you can. And even if they don't follow, who cares? It's you just got to be there. But like, at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is, huh?
I was because at the end of the day, it's not about them.
Yeah, not because it isn't, like, not in the sense of like, oh, if they die, they die. It's not about that. It's the fact that you are inhabiting your body and you have to.
Yeah.
No one's gonna take care of you like you, and it's sad but true. I mean, also, you have spouses and stuff. My husband takes very good care of me, probably better than I actually do. In fact, because I tend to take care of other people better than I take care of myself. But I digress. I think it's more of it's an important habit to have, because even when people are giving you probably all they can give you, you still feel like this nagging voice in the back of your head telling you that no one cares about you and that no one loves you, and it's because you aren't doing your part for yourself that you need to be doing. So I feel like a rabbit trailed there, but I hope it got some wisdom out of my mouth. I don't know if I
No,
said
that's
anything
good.
important there.
I mentioned this yesterday to Jose. It was I feel like in a lot of things, you can always keep digging and digging and digging, and there's always so much more to learn. It never ends, and that's
Yeah.
awesome about it, because you know, it's almost like nowadays, right? We have all this technology and stuff like that, and in a sense, you can be like, man, there's not a lot of stuff we can discover anymore. It's like, no, there's still tons. You just gotta know where to look.
There's so much. Yeah, I think that a lot of people nowadays are trying to act as though they already understand what already is to be understood, and they themselves still don't even understand what that was supposed to be about. Like, it's kind of frustrating because you'll sit there and you'll have a general understanding of what it means, and then you'll be like, okay, I understand like the parameters that I can fall in line with, but I can also, look for other ways beyond this, and everyone else is just like, no, this is how it is, and not only that, but I define it to mean this, therefore there is no other way other than this. And it's just like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, you can't, like, I don't know, it feels like a lot of people today are trying to shut people down, keep them from saying what they have to say, keep them from living their lives, and telling them, like, this is your box. Not only is this your box, but I redefine the box for you, and there is no more redefining it beyond what I just told you right now. It's like, okay.
Hey, that's been happening all throughout history.
That's a good point. It's true.
We just gotta be aware of those kind of people doing that, and either if you can avoid them, or just steal your mind, and understand that what they're trying to do to you, and not let that happen.
Typically do that by not associating with people, which is not good either. I know that's not good. I know it's funny too, but it's like, yeah. I try to avoid people at all costs.
Yeah, I used to hate the whole idea of avoiding people, but I do see the benefit of it. But I feel like you can't keep doing it. It's almost like any other vice in a way, like where you're just kind of like, instead of dealing with your issues and stuff like that, you're just like, I'm just gonna just not deal with that at all, And in a sense,
Absolutely.
like, it sounds silly, right? Because you're talking about other people, like, oh, like, no, there's nothing wrong when there's other people. You can avoid them. It's like, no, but how are you gonna grow if you just keep avoiding things that you have problems with, or people you disagree with, people you can't get along with? That's not understanding. That is not understanding.
That's how I feel about a lot of like people I've dealt with in my past. But I've come to understand too, or maybe it's not even understanding, more of a fear of wanting not wanting to get hurt. I start to tell myself that I understand these people don't want anything to do with me, and I don't want to have to go through that difficult, hurtful process. So the easiest thing I can do right now is to just not associate with them and just do what I'm doing and wait for them to come to me. If they want something from me, if they need something from me, they'll talk to me. But typically, when I take that first step, I find out there are more problems that come along with it than I had originally asked for. I just wanted to, talk to them, hang out with them, something like that. And then usually at the end of the day, I end up being the bad guy, even when I do the best that I possibly can to just, just be a friend, just be around them. But then they start to expect me to take care of them, expect me to not talk about myself, expect me to, do this, that, the other, and the third. I mean, it's interesting how that is, how it plays out.
I was hanging out with a friend the other day, and he was kind of feeling very like stressed out and everything, because he was struggling to find some stuff, right? Like to get we were gonna riding bikes and stuff like that, and he was trying to figure out where some stuff was. And I was talking to him about that, and I was just like, hey man, like, do you often feel like you get really neurotic and stressed out really easily? Like, and he's like, no, not really. I was like, oh, I'm just, every time I hang out with you, it just seems like I've just observed that you kind of do that a lot, and I just wanted to make sure you're good and everything. And he's like, well, yeah, I do. I just want to make sure you're having a good time and everything. I was like, hey man, don't worry about that. I will take care of me. Like, I'm just here to spend time with you. Whether that means you trying to figure out where your stuff or your bike is, and I'll just be chilling here talking to you while you're doing that, you know, like I'll help you find the thing you need to look for. You know, I don't care. We can not go bike riding. That's fine too. Like, oh shoot, you know, we didn't find the stuff for the bikes. Well, let's do something different then. You know, this is not the point of it was not to go bike riding. The point of it was just to hang out, spend some time together.
Right. Yeah. I find myself on the end of both of those perspectives at times, and I just never know what the best thing to do is. I usually just try to let people take the reins, because I know I have fun doing pretty much anything, and that wherever I end up, I get to choose how far I get involved in what's going on. So I try to not say anything, but then they always ask me, "Oh, are you sure you want to do this?" I mean, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure." Like I don't know how to make people feel calm in those situations, and sometimes it's easier to just not go.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that there isn't any way to make people feel calm, but in a sense, it's also not your job. You know, people just need to learn. Someday, hopefully, they go on that journey to teach themselves how to handle their emotions and their reactions to things, and to be at
Absolutely.
peace. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good way to
I'm
look
still
at it.
working on it, you know. I might preach a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, I still, you know what they say, your emotional responses, they last for 90 seconds, so, you know, it's a matter of getting past that 90 seconds and not, you know, it's pretty much like getting past that 90 seconds without triggering another emotional response that ends up, you know, prolonging another 90 seconds. So it's just like, it's like, that's why they say, you know, you gotta stop and just be like, all right, you know, I'm feeling angry right now, but you know, I just gotta wait. It'll go away. Just need to, because if I take
someone
any...
comes up and says, "Hey man, you okay?" And then you're like, you know, yes. That's like one of my biggest issues is like I hate when somebody comes up to me like while I'm trying to process and they're like, "You gonna say something or what?" And I'm just like,
Oh
"Okay, first of all, I need you to get the fuck out my face for a second while I take a second to breathe." And then you say something you don't want to say or mean or feel, because then you're just like, not like where like you hurt their feelings, but more so like you look weak, you look soft in the moment, and then you're just like, I should have just not said anything and just sat there for a minute, because it's just ooh, that bothers me.
Yeah, no, I feel that like moments right now where I feel so calm, like I feel like I can talk about anything, but like if I'm in the middle of like being angry or sad about something, it just feels like my brain's scrambled and like I can't put words together, and it just makes me seem like a child again, and it's just like, oh, I hate this. I don't want to feel this at all.
Yep. My God.
So that's like when I'm feeling down or something like that, and people are like, "Hey, you want to talk about it?" I'm like, "No, not really, because I'm not gonna be able to." I'm just gonna say a bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything, or it's gonna be hurtful, and I really don't mean it. It's just, you know, I'm being petulant and, you know, angry about so many things, and I just want this cathartic release of anger.
Sweet release of death.
Yeah,
what? Nothing.
God. No, I mean, and that's what it is really too. You know, that's why a lot of people tend to get drunk and, you know, do drugs and stuff like that. And luckily, I don't do that stuff. But it's that idea is like we're like, you know, the stress and the pain, you know, regardless of the situation, becomes so much that you don't want to live anymore, but you also don't want to die. Like you just want to be in this limbo of like non-existence.
Yeah.
But you don't want,
like you just want time to pass for a minute so you can come back and things will be good.
Yeah.
So, I get like that too. I don't want to die. It's just like I would like for just things to be okay again, or like went through the time frame of that either embarrassment or that frustration or that sadness to just pass, and like you don't know how to deal with it. But I guess the best way to be an adult is understand that you have to deal with those moments in order for you to grow and further yourself into a better position.
Yeah. And it's just like exercising, it's just like eating right, it's just like learning stuff. You gotta get over that hump of pain, and you'll get stronger.
Yeah.
Alright then, we're gonna stop on that note.
Yeah.
Actually I do have a story to tell you, but it's more of a personal story, so I'll kind of save it till after the thing. But thank you everybody who did come and stop by and watch. I do see a couple people there in the chat that stopped by. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have another guest on tomorrow. We're gonna have Kiki again. You guys all know Kiki. comes on a lot, and I always appreciate her.
I love Kiki.
Yeah, she's great. But thank you, Natalie. I do appreciate you being on here. If you ever want to be on here again, do let me know. You know, I'm always.
I would love that anytime.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Mostly just thank you for having me. This was a really good experience for me, and it really, really lowered a lot of my anxiety that I had today. I mean, I generally have anxiety, but if I don't get to talk, I typically don't feel the best. But talking with you actually helped me put a lot of things in life in perspective, and I appreciate it. So, anytime.
Definitely. I'm just glad I was able to talk to you again. You know, it's been so long, so.
Been way too long.
I appreciate that. But all right, y'all. We're gonna get going. You guys take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.